A former Kenosha alderman who called for arming citizens to protect the city says he'd do it again. But Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg says, not on my platform.
Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson shows us how the social media giant is responding to the unrest in Kenosha and the clash that left a pair of protesters dead.
When armed civilians clashed with protesters in Kenosha Tuesday night, the results were chaotic and deadly.
I didn't envision that, and that certainly wasn't the intent.
But former Kenosha Alderman Kevin Matthewson says he is not to blame.
This child's actions are his own. He's responsible for them.
The Kenosha County DA has charged 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse of Antioch, Illinois, with homicide for shooting 3 people, 2 of them to death, hours after Matthewson issued a call for a citizen militia to protect the city.
You know, if you're sick and tired of watching your city burn, take up arms, protect your home, your neighborhood, your business, and there was quite a bit of interest, to say the least.
Matthewson formed the so-called Kenosha Guard in June after the death of George Floyd, but says it was the shooting of Jacob Blake that sent its popularity through the roof.
We went from 80 likes to over 4,000 likes.
The page violated our policies.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg acknowledges they received complaints about Kenosha Guard before Tuesday's events, but his dangerous organizations team took no action.
It was largely an operational mistake.
Facebook has since removed both Kenosha Guard and the personal account of Kyle Rittenhouse, but Zuckerberg says they found no evidence of a link between the two.
It doesn't really seem like there's any direct connection between this militia organization and the shooter.
Even after the bloodshed this week, Matthewson makes no apologies.
Do you regret issuing that call to arms?
I do not. I do not regret it.
He did it once, he says, and he'd do it again. Brian Polson, Fox 6 investigators.
Matthewson says he was not trying to encourage violence. He was trying to encourage self-defense. Still, Facebook has disabled his personal account in addition to the Kenosha Guard page. The social media giant also removed the accounts of Kyle Rittenberg. You heard that in the story. And the company says it is removing all comments supportive of the shootings.